Greetings, adventurers, and well met. Master of Dungeons here, Master of Dungeons Twitch channel, twitch.tv/the Master of Dungeons. More prepping today for Tavern Talks of the Shifty Boar. We finished up the last of the PT playtest Material 6 last week. A few things we didn't go over in the glossary, which is not that big of a deal, as tomorrow we should be getting the drop for the new playtest 7 for the playtest material for 1D&D. So today, just doing some more prepping, just answering questions again if we have some viewers drop by, and then just going to go ahead and continue prepping for virtual D&D weekend coming up here in a couple of weekends. We are prepping one of the adventures we're running for that weekend is we are running the Heart of Ashes from Keys from the Golden Vault. So what we did was we every time a new adventure comes out, or I have to prep a specific module or anything of that nature, I always make what's called a base game. And then I'll go through and just copy that game and then make any adjustments to it. That way, like for example, this is the base game that I made for our streaming game. So we already have player characters in there. I can get rid of the blank character sheets, I should say. I can get rid of this rewards. This rewards was from a different game where I just needed to get in and copy the template for the rewards at the end of Adventurers League games. And this is how we're going to go through, and we'll show you how we go through and take a hardcover that Wizards of the Coast has put out for D&D and kind of adapted for Adventurers League. There's a little bit of, we have the Adventurers League admins always put out a little adaptation guide for each one of the hardcovers as they come out. For example, we're going to be playing Heart of Ashes. It could be played by Forgotten Realms, Ravenloft, or Eberron characters. It is level 8, and it is tier 2. And that's what we're going to be prepping today. So one of the things we have to do is we have to go through the reward sheet. For the reward sheet, we have to find all the magic items in there, and we have to find all the gold mentions in there. That way we will have a total for those, and we'll have the magic item handouts for the players as well, and we'll link those here in our sheet. So first thing we're going to do is there's the Heart of Ashes, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go through on the map here. We've gone through and archived all of the other maps that are relevant to the Heart of Ashes, and just left Castle Sinis out still. We have a generic battle map, courtesy of the Curse of Strahd. Actually, no, never mind. This is one for this was one actually for Keys in the Golden Vault. I forgot they actually voted. That's right. I was surprised when they actually had one in there, as most of the hardcovers they're coming out with not all of them have generic battle maps, and I usually pull the one in from the Curse of Strahd. But then we're going to go through and we're going to make sure, as we normally do, to make sure that every one of the character sheets are set to not whisper. Most of them should have already been set to not whisper, as I think I went through the base game and already set them all to never whisper rolls and add dex tiebreaker. Perfect. But what we still will have to do, however, is go through and show all of the hit points. And Ashen Veterans, there we go. So every other Ashen Veteran we pull out should be up to date as well. So we'll go ahead and just go through and do the map first, and then we'll go through and find all of the items and gold that we need. And as I mentioned in the chat there, a DM can never be too prepared. Those all seem to be on the GM layer. I'm going to go ahead and open this character sheet just in case. Pretty sure we did all the NPCs as well. Charmaine Daymore. Daymore? Yep, perfect. A rather large map. We're just getting everything that's on the token layer first, and then we'll go through. We'll copy and paste some stuff to the other maps as well, or to the GM layer, I should say. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. Cinnabar. All right. We accidentally went through and changed the Hellhound template, which we did not want to do. That way, if we left it that way, every Hellhound we pull out would have the name Cinnabar on it. So that looks like everything on the main page there. Maybe not. Probably all these Ashen veterans. We are having a meeting next week with after this stream, I should say, with our collective. That way we can talk about rescheduling, probably starting, not next week, but the week after the virtual D&D weekend. The majority of our streams during the week, Tuesday through Friday, are going to be moving to afternoon scheduling to make way for the possibility of future live play games in the evenings. So we're going to probably make that decision, and also we're going to plan out when we're going to start the we're going to run one more Keys from the Golden Vault this Sunday coming up. We'll be running that Shard of the Accursed. This Sunday we're going to run through the whole thing instead of just doing it in 2 parts. We're going to run the whole thing in that session on this coming Sunday, the 10th. From 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll have the following week. I'll be streaming a brand new Moonshae adventure from Bulbin Games that takes place in the Forgotten Realms. We'll stream that live from the virtual D&D weekend, and then the following week we should be starting up the Phandelver and Below, Shattered Obelisk. I think we're going to bring in one of our previous players to start attending regularly with us. Just double check all these guys. They're all done there. Nothing else down here. So let's go to the GM layer. That is actually on the map layer. Looks like. Let's move that to the GM layer. Here we are. I do love that. Just double checking, make sure. Never whisper yet. All right, perfect. I do love that in the newer books, they have everything has token actions. As I was noting out yesterday, it'd be awesome if they updated that for the monster manual. It'll update there. It's been really, really nice. These are all Ashen Flying Swords. We're going to go ahead and hit this here, see, update default token, and then we're going to put this one here. We're just going to copy that one. Put that there. Put that there. And then we got the Ashen Animated Armor. Air elementals up here. Didn't look like there's anything else in the GM layer there. Some helm tours down here. All right, I got those taken care of. We do have all of these veterans down here. We're just going to do one of them basically. Oops, copy that one. And then I always go through and do certain things to the map layer. Sometimes if something's out of place on the map layer, you just have to go back through and move something to the back. Usually it's your map. Something's put back on it. Usually sometimes it'll be put underneath your map. We're going to move that to the map layer. Fairly nice sized map, that's for sure. I think we have everything fixed up there. We'll go back to the token layer. Let's check the lighting just to see if there's any cracks in any lighting there. No, that's good. Next thing I'm waiting for them to do is to be able to take sections of maps, like, and everything, like say for example, this Castle Sinus and all of this area down here is blocked off. To be able to, it'd be nice to be able to make that area daylight, which you can. You can put light sources out there and stuff like that. We're not going to spend all that much time to do that, just because of the fact that we're only going to be running this once or twice maybe. All right, so let's go ahead then and get to the rewards. Adventure background. So that's the whole thing. They're ashen creatures. Everything has their normal stat blocks, statistics, except they're lawful evil elements that have immunity to fire. All right. And of course, the players most likely are using the Golden Vault as their operatives. So if the players are bad guys, they might want to take out Nevis for his flame tongue longsword. I don't know. She might even give it away to them as a reward. We'll see. All right, I'll get that handout there. Not a whole lot of planning for this heist. Basically, it looks like there's going to be kind of a pretty much a dungeon crawl the whole time. All right, so a lot of their planning is really just going to be on site, it looks like. Each room in castle is brightly lit. Ceilings in the castle are 20 foot high and covered with ash. Weakened by magic, so each 5 foot section of the floor wall in these areas say 13 to 4 hit points. Whew. Better watch out for fireballs in those areas and destroy the ground. That's pretty cool to know. All right. The good thing is that they do put in the links to the handouts for these. That way, pardon me. That way we can see those for the purposes of magic items and such. Accept one or more potions or spell scrolls as gifts for saving his life. I don't think the Heart of Ashes has any. Let's go back through and double check our adaptation, see if there's anything for the Heart of Ashes. There is nothing for the Heart of Ashes. Oh yeah, we can take that out of there because that was a misprint from the Dragonlance adaptation. Alright, nothing from the Heart of Ashes. So there's no. It might actually be later on in the adventure. It might say what potions or scrolls they give him. Alright, here's some treasure. We're going to jot that down, as the players will most likely try to take it anyway, even if Nevis doesn't like it. Let's bullet these. That there. Got a +1 battle axe. Potion of clairvoyance. +1 shield. Oil of sharpness. It does say here that there's 2, of course, but in the Adventurers League, if there's multiple consumables found, they only duplicate at the end of the adventure for the characters with just 1. So they could obviously use 1 during the session. If they use both of them during the session, then there's 1 at there at the end. The Void. Disappears in her hands when the heart vanishes. Okay. Oh my goodness. Talk about a haul in this. This is nice. Flame Tongue Longsword. She gives it to him. Oops. 2,000 GP each award. We're just going to go ahead and take that statuette off of there. We're not even going to, explain, like as I mentioned in some of our previous streams, players only know what you tell them. So if we don't mention anything about that being worth any coin, that statuette, they won't bother taking it. All right. So now what we'll do is we'll go through. We'll come down here to the treasure. And we're going to actually bracket those off. That way it'll link those handouts to the players. Oops. And what is the dragons? There's the dragon scale mail. Right, that way, when we hand them when we show the players all the handouts, they'll just be able to click on each of the items, and they'll be able to see what each item is. This is a wonderful adventure for a lot of magic item rewards. My goodness. Make sure they all work. Did it specify? It does not specify. So since it's not specified there, I mean, I guess I could check the D&D Discord server. It does not have anything in this about the Heart of Ashes. So, unless otherwise stated, the players, I guess, will get to choose what their dragon scale mail armor is going to be. That's pretty cool. 5 fireballs on there. Five beads. So that should be the prep needed for that adventure. I have all the spell templates in here. It's good to go. Here's their map. They'll receive that. Awesome. So what else we're going to do then next? We do have some music in here as well. For the Keys from the Golden Vault, we don't stream it as we don't want to get any copyright flag from Tabletop Audio or anything, so we don't play their, but I always use Tabletop Audio stuff. It's built into Roll20. I'm not sure if they'll get a copyright flag for it or not. I'm not, just don't want to attempt fate, I should say. But we'll add that into the other room as well, because what we're going to do next is exit that game. Going to go back to our games. Back to the Keys of the Golden Vault base. Copy this game as well. And this is for table 59. As we are running a might not be done yet, and that is why, because it's not done copying yet. Dylan copied fairly quickly. All right, there we go. That's where the players start. Again, we've got the only one we want to really keep in here, especially for the larger maps. It will also help the players load up a little bit faster. But we're going to go ahead and archive some of these pages. Archive the Roll20 tips. Archive token page. And then what we're going to need is the vault. All right, let's go ahead and bring over, first things first, let's go to our audio and video. I always turn off the audio and video in Roll20 since we use Discord with all the Discord servers and such for chat. So that's reloaded there. Let's go back to our transmogrifier. Oops. We're going to bring over from table 45, we're going to bring over the rewards page. That way we can use that as our template. This one's Veterans Vault. Did not copy it over yet. There we go. All right. Come back to that rewards here in a little bit. Go over to the vault page. Didn't want to update that token because these are actually veterans, not guards. But they have the name guard on there, which is fine, I guess. It's not that big of a deal. Let's just do the whole upper level first. I think that's all that's in the upper level. Yeah, let's overlook the balcony there. As for those of you that watch the channel, we did stream this a couple weeks back. Should be all the guards. All right, and then we'll go over to the GM layer. think that's all the tokens there. Yep. Perfect. Oh, we got edit. That would help. Ah. Well, it's not each. So we're just going to get rid of the each part. Preparation. Don't think there's any gold in there. Nope. All right, to the vault itself. And of course, for those that watched the stream, when the characters entered into a room, you would roll a die 4 if a guard, to see if a guard was present when they got there. But if they went through the preparation and they found out the rotation of the guards, which the PCs did, then you roll a d6 instead of a d4. And again, only a result of a 1 is a guard in there. So. Oops. All right. Oh, they have that listed in the treasure. Potion of greater healing, okay. how they have the spell scrolls in here. Oh, they did have each one of them individually. Okay. Oops. That's a lot of spell scrolls. Painting. I'd like to put one in here as well. And then there's a scale up plus one. They're 500 gold each, right? 1,500. Four cabinets. We'll put 1,000 GP each here. basically what we'll do also is if the players don't get these items, obviously we go back through and we scratch them and delete them out of the rewards. Lost map is not of any value unless you're playing homebrew, which is really, really cool. Lots and lots of coin in here. The ring, of course, cannot be used by the players because it is only a veteran can attune to the ring. So the characters, especially in Adventurers League, would not be able to keep that. But we can go ahead and put down the fact that they might have a chance to get the Ring of Evasion. Gloves of Thievery. And then we'll also put the optional blackmail of the diadem. Ruby diadem was also worth money. We're going to put that in here in case the players decide to keep it. Whew, that is a lot of magic items. Save changes. All right, so we have the rewards for Veterans Vault done. That is a ton of gold, as well as a ton of magic items. Two very great adventures to play this coming virtual D&D weekend. I'll go ahead and post the website. Tickets went on sale yesterday on the Yawning Portal. Post that here in our chat. I still have tickets available for some of my events as well. I'm running a couple of my the adventure I was preparing yesterday. My adventure from Gamehole Con from 2018, The Ties That Bind. I'm running that on Friday. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Friday and Sunday at 2 p.m. And then we're running a level 16 tier 3, the adventure from the Bigby's Book of Giants on Friday night. Saturday night we're running Saturday and Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m., and Saturday evening at 7 p.m. We're running the Heart of Ashes and Veterans Vault. And then Sunday evening on the 17th at 7 p.m. we're running one of the brand new Moonshade adventures. But that's all for prepping the rooms for virtual D&D weekend. We'll get these things ready to go, and the Roll20 room links put up in our Discord server for the players. Like I said, tomorrow they're dropping a playtest 7 for 1D&D for next year's books that are coming out. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll also, from 2 to 4 p.m. tomorrow and Friday, we'll have Dungeon Delving playing Baldur's Gate 3. And then, of course, like I said, we'll be back on Sunday, September 10th at 7 p.m. with some live D&D play, playing Shard of the Accursed from the Keys from the Golden Vault. And then back to our schedule next week. So first of all, of course, thanks to all of our supporters, especially our patrons from Patreon. If you'd like to help support the channel, please consider becoming a patron or subbing here on Twitch, twitch.tv/themasterofdungeons. It is September. Special discounts on subs. If you buy a 1 month subscription, it's 20% off, 25% off 3 month subscriptions, and 30% off 6 month subscriptions. And starting September 25th or 26th, there's also 25% off all gift subs. That'll go through until the beginning of October. Of course, if you want to check out our Patreon page, the link is down below here on Twitch in the About Us section, as well as our YouTube channel, and all of our social media accounts can be found in the About Us section below. If you would subscribe to us on YouTube, like and comment on the videos, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, give us some likes, retweets, all of that good stuff. Every sub, like, and share helps us immensely. You can also support us by clicking on the About Us section below and join the Master of Dungeons Community Discord server, where you can help shape an accepting, caring, and inclusive community. Our merch store is also available. We have some shirts, hats, glassware, things of that nature that will definitely help support the channel. And of course, we'll see you tomorrow for Dungeon Delving from 2 to 4. As always, happy adventuring. Take care.